You know, since we crossed into Alabama last night, you may be wondering, not last night, yesterday, you may be wondering, well, what are we going to do now? Well, we do have a feature in Alabama. We haven't spent enough time on food preservation. So how about some fermenting people? We're going to go visiting some fermenting people. Not today, I believe that's tomorrow. Today, more technical stuff. We're going to learn how to set up interviews in this bus to interview ourselves and the kids for the documentary. For that, we have this really short guy.
Here, you want to stand
Wages.
up fully? Yeah.
He's gonna be really. I guess we're not gonna be spending too much time standing up.
Yeah,
How tall are you?
6'5".
Okay.
So that's
you guys.
6'4" is really the limit.
Yeah.
He was behind the camera in our micro documentary on our success story. I'll leave that link down below. It was a beautiful film.
It was a beautiful
film. You did a good job on that.
Dude, that was fun.
You and Lee. Good.
Lee.
So we're gonna, with him, I'm gonna record this for my sake and then put up some of it in here for you because that's what we're doing today, and I'll have it to look back to because I won't remember half of what you say. Yeah.
Just to look back and cry about. So we miss each other.
So mainly what I want from you is, or at least where we could start, is I know nothing about sound or light.
Which is really funny to me, you know?
Right. Why is that funny?
This is what you do for a living,
I know,
too.
and that's funny to people. They'll say, are you you know, did you go to college or something? No, I didn't go to college.
Yep.
They said, where did you learn this? I said, Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
We got a course from Do-It-Yourself Video Guy on how to do Adobe Premiere, which is the editing.
Yep.
And then we just tried to find out what Casey Neistat used for video cameras.
Exactly. I mean, that's really all you need. You don't have to.
And then, so yeah, we were talking. We launched our career with this little camera.
Yes,
the Canon G7X. Yeah, we carry them on our hips. They're good point and shoots. They're good for when you go into the dentist. They have automatic, video focus, all that. And that's what you tell people.
These are
You're
great.
a pro, so you just tell people, just start with this.
I mean, of course, we have like $8,000 cameras, but like you don't start with that stuff. This is a perfect vlogging camera, but it does have its quirks. I have the same problems, but it's a really it's a great little camera.
We were actually watching our trailer last night to promote the Kickstarter and the tour.
Yep.
And Rebecca was like, wait, did we film that on the G7X?
It's crazy.
And we did, and it was like a really high quality
nice. I thought
film.
so, I mean,
Most of the time I tell people it's not about the equipment you're using, it's just that you do the work
Yeah.
with what you have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Wes, we're gonna set up, like, hey Rebecca, will you stand in maybe? Like, sit down right there.
So you're gonna do your interviews for the
Well, so here's what's gonna happen, Wes, and you can put input on here because you're a great storyliner. Is that what I would call it? So you're casting a shadow. She's backlit, which is called backlit because the light is back there. So
and we have children interrupting us.
now we're gonna hopefully not. But
Okay.
when we do
What
it.
are we doing?
But like it looks really good right here. Come look at this.
Okay.
Yeah, because the light.
Okay, hold on one second. He's
Talk to me about the light.
Well, the first thing I would do is open up every window.
Even the one you're shooting against?
Yeah, because that's good backlight. This is this artificial backlight, which is cool because it looks like a 5600 bulb, like a daylight bulb.
Yeah, so you actually like that.
We'll see. At first,
So let's open.
I'll open up every window.
Okay, let's do that. Open up all the windows.
Problem you would have about shooting during the day is that, like, if you're shooting a long interview, the sun obviously changes.
It won't be long.
Okay, yeah, if you're shooting over an hour, then you'll want
No way.
Yeah. And also, you'll want to do, like, over here you have shade, which is good. You don't want to do direct sun because you're going to have shadows on your face.
So the person would need to be sitting in the shade.
Yeah, because so right here, as long as the sun is not direct, you're okay.
Oh, wow. That does look better.
Let me see.
Although you are kind of shady right there still.
You could, you know.
Like if I stand right, why is it so awesome like right here?
Probably because I have this.
But not right here.
Because yeah,
I'm creating
you're in the shot. Like if I hold it, it's
so bad.
So the first thing I would do is probably you want to expose for the face. So is this on automatic?
Yeah.
I'd probably put it on manual.
Is that in?
That was where I was shooting those stars.
On top of your.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, so now
you're on manual, and that looks amazing.
Let me see.
It looks terrible.
So this lens will go to a 3.5.
Hides all blemishes.
It is. It does. It hides all my
Yeah, I
blemishes.
mean it hides everything.
So you're shooting at a 3.5 aperture. That's as low as aperture you'll go.
Okay.
If you wanted more like blurriness, you would want to shoot with a 50mm 1.4.
Are you talking about lens?
I have no idea.
So
what
lens,
you're
okay.
talking about.
So on lenses you have, see this, it says 3.5 to 4.5.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna, I'll change.
3.5 to 4.5.
All right,
Yeah.
that is your aperture. What that does is
Is it
aperture
lets the light
creates
in?
blurriness behind you.
Blurriness.
You know how people are like,
Aperture
oh,
is blurriness.
whenever we shoot something, like you always see that blurriness behind
Yeah,
you.
Everybody
yeah.
loves it.
Yeah, everybody loves it. All right, so how you create that is by your aperture.
Okay, so we need to
It's
get a
also
new
called
lens then?
f-stop. If you did
Write
want to
this
get,
down. You're gonna put it.
if you wanted to get a new lens, yeah, I wish I brought mine.
But do they have wide angle lenses?
We can go to your
like that?
office if we need to.
There's more light into the camera.
Start writing this stuff down, please.
Please.
Ah, it's still dark.
But you're shooting at an f/16, so that means like she's in focus, the wall's in focus,
Oh,
everything's
okay.
in
So
focus.
there's no hope with this lens for.
So what you want to do?
No, because you want to do 1.5.
And you're also shooting at ISO 6400, so you're gonna have a little bit of grain there, which you don't want.
And if you go up or down to get away from the grain.
Down on your ISO.
Okay.
Okay, another thing I
Wow.
would do though, you want depth. So right now, the background is right behind her.
So I was gonna ask you about this. Should we like sit in chairs like in the middle?
Yes,
And
because
then it's
what that
like-
does is like you have all this background that's gonna be out of focus, and that's gonna make it look even prettier.
Okay.
So, ooh,
have
that
to get
trash
some
can
chairs.
is.
Sit right here, or sit on your heater. Is
Yeah,
this heater?
it's a dehumidifier.
So now that we have all this depth behind her, it looks a lot prettier, right?
Wow.
So, and you're kind of
It really
cool
does.
because you're showing your bust. This is what you've been
Yeah,
doing. Like
yeah.
it's part of the story.
That's why we
well-
were thinking we should do
Wow.
the interview in the bus.
But
Yeah, I told
That's-
you that. I said, remember, we should ask him if we should sit in chairs
Yeah,
in
yeah.
here as opposed
That's
to sit
great.
on this.
Because you
I
got
like
to
it.
think about it. Your family's part of the story, but also this
The
bust is a
buses.
really, it's
Yeah,
a character.
It
in the
is
film,
a character.
Right?
so we have a lens recommendation. We have.
Do we need a light? Do we need lights?
Well, I recommend that lens because
Because-
it's great for interviews.
Okay.
You get that good soft focus, and just looks beautiful.
And then and then the microphone is fine.
The
Or do we
microphone
need
is
a-
No,
good.
this is bad.
It's not
This is
bad.
bad.
What I would do is buy
can
an
hear,
extension for it.
Oh, okay.
So what you could do is you could run that. You could add the mic right here, and your camera could be back here, and you're still getting a good quality sound.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand that? I
Yes.
have no idea.
Yes.
Well, it's just a
So-
it plugs in your mic
When you
input.
say extension, I'm thinking a longer mic.
No,
No, no.
I'm just talking about an extension
This.
for this.
Oh, so we can get closer with it.
So,
Yep.
Okay,
Why don't we
so-
go to my studio?
Yeah.
Let me pick up a few
Yeah.
pieces of equipment, and we'll come back and set it up. What do you got there?
Lunch.
Lunch?
Yep. Yeah.
The 50mm 1.4.
Okay. That's what you're recommending.
I would recommend this lens. It's a beautiful lens. And this is the 50mm 1.2. So $400, like
2,000.
somewhere around 2,000, yeah. But it's just because it's a better build. This is a 1.2, so it'll go down just it'll allow a little bit more light in the lens so you can shoot in darker areas or something like that.
But this is
What
enough
you
for what we need in the bus.
I think it would be awesome.
And that's a Canon.
So watch this. You recording?
Yeah.
Keep recording.
Okay.
This is probably a cropped camera. So now shoot Rebecca.
What you need, baby?
See, already you can
Oh,
see
wow.
all that like.
It's blurred in the back.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Let me see.
Man, game changer for B-roll too.
Wait, what is
I think I
feel
put
like
it on-
It's really zoomed in.
Well, it is. Okay, so
does seem zoomed
you
in.
have it looks like it's a cropped camera.
What does that mean?
So that means because
Oh,
all
wow.
all of your cameras are going to be zoomed in, all of your lenses. Because watch, I can take a non-cropped camera like the 60D.
How do you
your
know if it's
lens
a
on.
cropped camera?
You just have to know when you buy it.
Oh,
Actually, I can't put your lenses.
We bought a cropped camera?
apparently.
Wait, what are you saying? We should rent a camera?
You should rent a camera. I will say, my
Okay,
favorite,
you have to tell us which one.
You have to tell us where to go.
lensrentals.com.
Oh, they'll ship.
They ship anywhere in the
Back to my normal lens.
Earlier in the
I'm thinking renting.
Yeah, I mean, you could rent a 60 or a Mark III,
Yeah.
160
Because
bucks for 7 days.
let's have this conversation back.
Okay.
So, Wes, you actually think the best deal is Canon 60 Mark II?
It's what you're used to. It's
Rent it.
Canon. Same
Okay.
batteries, same SD
Okay.
card.
Okay.
It has the articulating screen so you can shoot this yourself. It has a
Okay.
mic input.
Okay.
It's basically your camera, but
Better.
full frame so you can get a wider, yeah.
Yeah.
And so when you're shooting in the bus, you're gonna be able to get a ton more space and wider lens out of your
Okay.
camera.
So do we still get this lens? Do we rent this lens?
I would rent it, yeah.
Rent this lens. And the problem is with this camera, yeah,
we're renting.
since we're renting, doesn't matter.
I mean-
Okay, so with my camera, my vlogging camera, this lens, why isn't it? What's
It's a
the technical
cropped
word?
camera.
My camera's cropped.
So meaning every lens you put on there is gonna be zoomed further in.
Okay, so you got to get a more expensive camera to not be cropped.
Right now I have it in your cart.
He
You
wants us to
have
get this one. Is this the one?
150 bucks for a week with the lens.
Yeah, cool.
This is my cheap. Of course we have super
Nice.
nice like stuff, but this is my cheap way that we shoot our personal videos with. This probably costs like 50 bucks on Amazon.
Use this for your vlogging.
Yeah, just if we're doing personal stuff. And then what I do is I'll take,
This thing. Come back.
so now you're just gonna have the on camera audio.
Yeah.
That's I have ours right here.
Do you have the cable?
I have everything. She just carries it around with her all the time.
Yeah, so
I'm-
you could use this mic though. You just have to get a little adapter for this to fit.
For when
And
we
then
do
you
it
get
home.
the extension.
You get an extension, run to the camera, and then this goes right on top of you, and you can have your camera however far you need. So you
Okay.
get great audio.
Here we
And it's that.
Far away.
Yeah, no matter what, your audio's gonna be good.
Say something, Rebecca. Say, Justin, you're so handsome.
Justin, you're so handsome.
That was all natural.
You're the best in the whole world. I'm so lucky to have you as my husband.
Keep going.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
You can put this in the middle of two people.
But I like
Yeah.
that better because nobody can see it either.
And nobody
Yeah.
can see
We can get it out of the frame.
Go back to
Slow-mo setting on our camera.
Yeah, you can do this.
Teaching us slow-mo. We're gonna see the results. Oh wow. You're looking really nice.
Mom, will you make us lunch?
I'll make it in just a second.
Oh, that is sweet.
Aww.
There
See,
is something
like-
And then you
about
tear up. You get chills. Right? Thanks, Wes.
I'll see you in a minute. We'll go set it up on the
afternoon.
bus.
Okay.
Yes.
We have a plan.
I like
We're gonna order the rental stuff, order some stuff on Amazon. You're gonna set it up in the bus for us. Back in the bus, session number 2.
Session 2.
Some tricks with the camera.
Now with more kids.
Oh yes.
We just increased, yeah.
Ton of kids.
Completely
We
outnumbered.
got a superhero.
Superhero, this is Walt.
Okay, good.
All of our kids are so blind.
I know. We all match really well together.
Okay, well, do you have a card? Oh, there's a card in here.
Yeah, I put a card in there.
All right.
Playing with
What's
the
that
camera.
card of, Rebecca?
Dude, look at this. Look how beautiful that
We
is.
got some B-roll shots with it earlier. Oh my.
You know, Mr. Brown. Say hey, Olive.
Say hi, Papa.
Say hey.
Wow. So what's the setting it's on?
So right now, it's actually on automatic, which is what I don't recommend, but 2.0 aperture, so that's how you're getting that really blurriness.
Yes. Where do you adjust that? The ISO?
Yeah, so I would suggest shooting on M, manual.
Okay, first step.
In my body.
Shoot it on M at 50, which is 50th of a second.
No matter what time it is.
Typically, okay, so we're gonna get technical early here,
Yeah.
but you wanna double your frames per second. So if you're shooting at 24 frames per second, you wanna shoot at a 50 shutter.
Okay.
If you're shooting at a 60 frames per second, you can shoot at a 120 shutter.
Okay.
That's a little technical. Just keep it at 1/50 and you're gonna be good.
Oh, okay.
And then your aperture, which is this right here,
I'm playing.
we can really just,
I did a lot.
a 2.8 is gonna be good for interviews because you don't wanna be too out of focus. Like if you lean forward, you don't wanna be out of focus, right?
That's true.
So you can shoot a 2.8. But right here for B-roll, man, I dropped that thing down to, you know, a 1.4 or 2.0 or something like that. And then your ISO,
How did you get to the...
Really?
How are you changing the setting to adjust it?
so right now it's on automatic, so it's just doing that. But
You're going with that guy?
so when you push ISO, you can change it to auto or whatever.
Toy.
We can kick it.
Hey Olive, stand over there, baby. See right there, that's beautiful. So that's a 1600 ISO, and then even
Gosh,
like
Becky, you should
tears
see
in the
this.
background.
Made it. That's how I make it.
Yeah, so these people
It's
are
a
like
cool
Hey
camera.
Olive, hey Lily.
Superman.
Hey Lily.
That's cool.
Hi.
Good move.
Hey Olive, say hi.
And I was putting
Hi.
something back up. They had gotten
Hey Mr. Brown.
And the
Hi.
guy
Hi.
had an interaction.
Hey Walter.
He was like, hey man,
Okay.
your son is out.
Yeah, but the Christmas tree, I mean, look
I
at
was
that.
wearing him. I like took off.
You know what I
running
mean?
outside
Everything's
the
all
store,
milky in the
just-
background.
And I
Okay.
expected
Are you adjusting the...
No, I'm not
Focus.
doing. I'm not doing it.
Go in and out
Yes.
of the tree?
I do put it on manual focus, so I can control what's focused. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
And I just do it with my two fingers.
Whether it focuses on the tree or
Or
your daughter.
Olive, yeah.
Thank goodness for Rebecca learning how to set
And
this
you
up.
wanna
She's
set
so
that
much
as
better
a-
at this stuff.
Let's set it to 1.4.
Oh, okay. This is what I was doing.
See, that's your exposure meter.
Okay.
It's a little bit above zero. you
Okay.
see? So you could probably go down one more.
So I want to go down one. Wait. How come it's not there?
That's your no, that's your shutter you're changing.
Okay.
So you can just tap your ISO.
And then which do I go? Down one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, I mean, that looks great. Like all the
Yeah.
blurriness and like, and he's in focus, and you can roll your focus. You know what I mean? So like, you always focus to the eyes.
Okay. Looks good.
What do you think, Justin?
I think it's amazing.
It is so beautiful.
Beautiful sunset. Thank you, Wes. We're successful today.
Successful.
We set out to improve our filming skills, and you blew our minds, buddy. We're excited about all the possibilities out there. How little we know. That means how much better we can become.
Yeah, you guys have done a fantastic job for the little that you do know.
Thank you.
Most people wouldn't say that at all, but
Thank you.
I'll tell you, you don't know much. No, I'm just playing.
I know what
you
you
guys
mean.
are doing awesome.
I know what you mean. And then, oh, if people want more of you,
Yeah.
what can they do?
We facebook.com/Tera and Wes, Tera and Wes, WES. That's where we vlog about our home renovations and
Okay.
stuff.